Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend several programs today on the second day of his visit to his parliamentary constituency of Varanasi in poll-bound Uttar Pradesh. Last night, he met the Chief Ministers of BJP-ruled states. He also carried out inspection of Varanasi development works. Today, the Prime Minister will participate in a conclave of Chief Ministers of BJP-ruled states to discuss governance-related matters and attend the anniversary celebrations of a yoga foundation and meditation center. According to reports, the Chief Ministers will share with the Prime Minister their respective governance-related best practices. Prime Minister Modi was up and about till late on Monday night. Despite his hectic schedule in the day, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath could be seen accompanying him on the walk in the temple town and the visit to the recently revamped station there. Well, let's go across to Alok Pandey now for more. Alok, tell us about the Prime Minister's program today, and also the Prime Minister was up very late inspecting development works in Varanasi, accompanied by the UP Chief Minister.
Well, I think that was the most fascinating bit, wasn't it? I mean, not the fact that he was taking a stroll through Varanasi, but the fact that the Chief Minister was him frame by frame. So all the photographs that have been tweeted now have the Chief Minister, Mr. Adityanath, in frame. After the events of yesterday, when you and I were discussing this through the day when you were anchoring, when we saw the Prime Minister put up a solo performance, so to say, during the inauguration of the temple. I mean, by performance, I mean that his presence at the event, and how it was he who led the prayers at the Kashi corridor inauguration with no other person in the frame, how he was the one who took the dip in the Ganga with nobody else in the frame, how he took that car through the streets of Varanasi, even accepting a turban and a garland, or I think gamcha, from someone, again only him in the frame. So while the messaging from the BJP in the day yesterday was this larger-than-life persona of the Prime Minister, and clearly signaling that he was the one who would be the main face of the BJP in the UP campaign, and that has been the case in elections in the last some time. At the same time, the presence of Mr. Adityanath in the evening, and the fact that, I mean, he would be present as per protocol too, but the fact that, you know, so many photographs of both of them together were also tweeted does indicate that it's the Chief Minister who will also have a key role in the campaign. It's no suspense. I mean, it's not a surprise at the end of the day, but it's interesting that those photos have been tweeted out. So today, what he's going to do with the Prime Minister, he has two, the first half of his day is reserved. We were hearing that there would be some kind of a Chief Minister's conclave, so there are BJP Chief Ministers who are here. But then the Prime Minister has also tweeted photos of him with these Chief Ministers saying that an extensive meeting was held last night. So whether there's another program that's going to happen in the day remains to be seen. But the first half, from about 9 a.m. to 2:45 p.m., he will be in his guest house where he will be meeting. After that, at around 3:30 p.m., he'll be going to a temple complex on the outskirts of Varanasi. So there's an annual festival that takes place in that temple, and he will be addressing a gathering there. Then he will visit the temple, and after that, he will fly back to Delhi at about 5:30 p.m. in the evening.